It's overdone.
Alright, so today in this video, I'm making an abstract painting. I've done abstract paintings before in different ways. I have a bunch of different styles and different things that I come up with. This one is very synonymous from Contained, which I did from the 30-day art challenge. It's one of the most popular paintings I've done, especially from that series. This time I'm trying to bring it back because, you know, it's one of my styles. I'm like, it worked, I tested it out. So I'm doing it again. I had to modify it because I realized I didn't have the materials. I wasn't really ready. Plus, I was just trying to get back into my practice of creating artwork. So let's look at the footage. Let me just tell you what happened. Homie Dean was like, hey, I got some canvas panels. Essentially, I just grabbed a panel it was an existing painting. It was already there. And I grabbed some cardboard and I grabbed a table that he had already, and I just chose to just go with that just to get it out, man. I hadn't painted, I hadn't touched anything in forever. So essentially I just grabbed a can, I picked some colors. That's how I usually go, spiritual choices, and I just went at it. Focused on particular shapes, curves. If you know Apexer, there's a video he has on hand styles. It's really cool. Basically I was playing around with that type of mindset. Then I took my fan brush, which is really crappy, by the way. A lot of my brushes I have not taken care of. Well, that one was already bad, so it got worse. So I went at it with the fan brush with, you know, a nice analogous but, you know, value difference color, that bright teal versus that purple, which is a bit darker. If you were to grayscale it, you would see the difference very easy. Obviously you can see the difference, but I'm just pointing out artistic things you might want to pay attention to. Value versus color harmonies. Anyways, and I was like, well, what else can I do? So I just picked another color, picked yellow, because obviously it's contrasting with the purple. Right? You see what I'm saying? And it's probably a little bit analogous with the blue, because, you know, it's a tealish, got a little green in there. Wait. Yeah. You get it. The darkness or space around the shape, I decided to essentially turn it into, it's a similar story, similar composition. So instead of using it as a way to show, you know, the darkness around and the light within that, you know, brightens the area, because, you know, you're a crystal, it's, you know, Steve Universe, that type of idea. I just went with the idea of like waves. And so it's a similar type of spiritual thing with the colors and whatnot, but instead we're doing the chaos of like intertwining energies. So that's how it kind of like turned out. If you got a lot of color, if you're kind of struggling, sometimes the cheat code to throw some black in there, because, you know, anytime you throw black in there, you know, when you throw white in there, it'd be like, you throw black in there, you'd be like, but seriously though, look it up. Whenever it's kind of a cheat code, you throw black on top of there, it adds a bit of obviously some strength to the piece, and it kind of completes it in a way. So it's a compositional tool that I used, plus it was connected to the original painting that I did. And so like, I thought I would be done, but then I went further and added some splatters here and there. The details matter at that point, because the thing is, even though I'm doing abstract stuff, I'm still very much paying attention to the light source. So where ideally the light is coming from. So then I would add highlights and shadows to accentuate where I know the direction of the light is coming from. So make sure you do that if you're playing with abstracts. So eventually, at the end of the day, after working with it for a while, I felt like I was done, but I was like, no, I gotta keep going. It came out pretty decently. And this was done with, remember, spray paint, acrylic paint. Golden is great, by the way, but you can get other brands. If you got the money and you want some high quality, if you're like one of those people, Golden. But Liquitex is also great. I'm dropping hella knowledge right now. Please take that advice. And then you can play with some of the other stuff if you just want to have a color, you don't want to spend that money. You want to think about your color harmonies. You want to think about your light source direction. You also want to think about the rule of thirds. I didn't talk too much about that, but that's very important. I have a course you can look at that will teach you how to do something similar to what I'm doing. It'll go over the rule of thirds for you. But Remember, those things will always keep you in shape when you're working in abstractly. Oh, and you know, if you're stuck and you're like, I don't know what to do, throw some black in there. Mind you, even though I'm telling you these things, your work still may suck. So practice makes better. So thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. If you really do like it, you should like it with a click, a thumbs up, and subscribe because I'm making more videos. And you know, share this video too, because one of your friends may like it. Somebody you know in general, family members, you know what I'm saying? You know somebody. You know somebody, know somebody, know somebody, know somebody, know somebody. Josio, out. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. I show you what I ran at with a little whack. Show the way he flipped that when he did that. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game.